Hey guys, it's time for this month's So You Like, my monthly recommendation series where I take a piece of media that I've enjoyed in the past month or so, spin out what is quite enjoyable about it, and just suggest some things that you might like if you, like me, enjoyed it. This month's piece of media is Turning Red, a new Disney Pixar film that is quite adorable. And yeah, just quite adorable. It's got a lot about sort of the traditional meeting with the sort of modern and how they interact with each other, and it's got cute panda based stuff, and it's all sorts of, it's a really interesting story with an Asian theme, and it's, well, I think it's specifically Chinese, I'm wanting to say. I might be misremembering. I'm not always the best at this. The first thing that I want to recommend to you based on Turning Red is Firepower. Now this is a relatively new graphic novel / comic book series by Robert Kirkman, the guy who came up with Invincible, Walking Dead, and various other stuff, including for DC and Marvel, among other things. And it's also got this sort of similar contradiction between the modern versus the traditional, and family conflict, and just sort of, it's very Asian inspired and has a lot of Asian influence involved, and it just works pretty well for hitting a lot of the same sort of beats. It's still ongoing though, so that is maybe a thing against it. It's basically Iron Fist done more right, to be honest. The second thing that I want to recommend to you based on Turning Red is Kung Fu Panda. Yep, the whole series, franchise, whatever you want to call it, is very similar in some ways to Turning Red, in that it's got a cute animal theme, really. Like, it's quite, yeah, it's got some stuff on both sides there, and there's lots of Asian influence in there, and just there's a bit of a theme of acceptance of the bad in one's life. Particularly in Master Uguai's case, is very similar to the family in Turning Red, to be honest. The next thing that I want to recommend to you based on Turning Red is Hue. Now this video game is all about colour and playing around with different colours and changing the world colour and that sort of thing. But it's also a really sweet story about a boy's relationship with his mother and her whole backstory, and the power that the character has comes from his mother. Does that sound familiar? The last thing that I want to recommend to you based on Turning Red is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I did a review of this in the past month or so, and don't read this if you are under the age of about 15. I think that's a minimum there. It's not for kids. It's really not for kids. Don't go there. It's also very Asian inspired. It sort of tackles a lot of the ideas of what does it mean to be part of a culture. What does generational hurt and it's very caught up in the ideas of generational hurt, and they both deal with them in very different ways. And as I said, Turning Red is a kids movie. Do not look into The Poppy War if you are under the age of 15, at least. I think that it's not for kids. Do not go searching for it on my recommendation. I say no, do not go there. So those are the things that I would recommend to you if you enjoyed Turning Red. As I said, don't go near The Poppy War if you're a child. Please, I don't want to be responsible for that. I really think that most of these are pretty good recommendations. It's a topical film to talk about, so here we go. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of my recommendations. I would love to know, so tell me down there. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you remember to like and share it and subscribe to my channel. Click on the thumbnails over there to see other videos by me, click on the link in the description down below to join my Discord, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!